I wasn't I wasn't expecting to see that.
Yeah, what an
Like
episode.
cameo. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Florence plays Yelena Belova.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting to see her. But cool. But yes, of course, it makes sense. She was looking for Hawkeye. So yeah.
Who was it?
Yelena
Belova from the Black Widow movie.
from Black Widow.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Natasha's
Got it.
sister.
Well, kind of fake sister, but they were in the same family in a way.
Yeah.
That fake
Sort of.
family thing in Black Widow.
Yeah, yeah. Back when they were like sleeper agents.
Yep, but it's cool that we see Yelena again.
But it's nice to see her again. Yes. Happy to see another character sort of come back and make a cameo.
Yep. And as well, yeah, it was teased at the end of the Black Widow movie as well there.
Yeah. So really good to see that connection.
So we kind of knew what's coming. The other one that we want to know at the moment is who is the owner of that watch? And
That's right.
we've gone a bit further now into finding out the identity of who has that watch.
Well, I'm guessing that it's got to be an older gentleman because Rolex is generally owned by people over say 40.
Well, the current thought of who it is Matt Murdock, otherwise known as Daredevil, otherwise Charlie Cox.
Okay.
Charlie Cox's Daredevil is confirmed to be in the MCU now.
Okay.
And this identity could be him.
I see.
Because that Rolex looks quite old.
I wonder if that could be like a family sort of heirloom. Could be.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Yeah. It could be, or it could be Matt Murdock's one as thought of in terms of a lot of the theories right now.
Yeah. So, interesting. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, who the watch really belongs to and whose identity it's hiding really.
Well, it couldn't be that old because it's got a GPS built in.
Well, that's why we think it's Daredevil.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, so Maya's been trying to find out more about Clint, like about his family. So
yeah, so maybe she does know that Clint was Ronin.
Or she suspects that he's lying about Ronin being dead, and that he knows where Ronin actually is. So could be, yeah, that was all.
Well, Ronin technically died, and he was there. We did mention that last time. But
right.
otherwise, yeah, he is Ronin. But when Black Widow died, it was the last thing that to get rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting that we saw that scene again where Black Widow dies.
Yeah, that was and it was during that fight at the rooftop, like when Kate was also hanging off the building. So it kind of really reminded him of that time. Yeah,
but instead of Tim trying to pull her up, he just lets her go.
Yeah, I think that had something to do with the devastation of him telling her that she was never a part of the team.
Well, it is him trying to distance himself from her.
Yeah. because he doesn't want Kate to get involved any further and be in danger, basically. She's trying to protect her.
And especially with him, where he says that he's no hero.
Yeah.
But yeah, then again, he's teaching the coin tricks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of mixed messages for her.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he realizes
Okay.
like the further involved she is, the more endangered she becomes. So yeah, he
Yes.
felt like he had to put a stop to it.
I think he is fearing that she would be endangered. Like in that fight on the rooftop, she couldn't really do much. Like she shot the arrows and stuff, but otherwise she got knocked down quite a lot.
Like she's no match for Yelena in terms of, because she's not trained the way Yelena is as a Black Widow.
Yeah, but
Well, that last shot that wasn't fired, I'm sure that would have been a deadly arrow. Like that yellow glowing arrow.
That she was about to fire at Yelena.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what arrow that was actually.
not too sure,
It
but
was a bit too quick. I couldn't see exactly what type of arrow it was.
but as well, Yelena kind of gave her quite a look, like that glaring look.
Yeah.
But yeah, quite a good episode.
But yeah, I found it quite quite good in terms of like the pacing and the action, especially like the rooftop fight. That was great.
Yep,
Yes.
and as well, we did get that Christmas movie nights
Yeah, that's
and
right.
ugly Christmas sweaters.
Yeah, it's a
with
very
her.
Christmassy episode, so it kind of reminds you, oh, there's 3 days left to Christmas. So that was like the third day, and then we've got the 2 more episodes, which is like
But I guess it's
the
well,
last 2 days
Kate did want to bring Christmas to him
to him. Yeah,
because he couldn't be
Yeah.
with his family.
that's right. Yeah, so it was nice that they had a Christmas tree as well.
Yeah, the Christmas tree, ugly
Yeah.
Christmas sweaters.
And what was she saying about the Christmas tree? She was saying something about the Christmas tree, and he was giving some remarks or objections about the Christmas tree. I can't really remember.
Oh, it was to block the markings on the poster, I think, because she realized she can't get
Yeah,
the
it wasn't
markings off.
dry erase.
It wasn't dry erase. It was like a permanent marker, and she couldn't get rid of it
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because she scribbled all over her aunt's poster.
yeah,
So,
like her plan about like that that guy, that stepdad guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
the guy in the car.
swordsman.
Yeah, the guy in the car that had the gun, the knife, the box cutter, and everything like that. Who was that guy?
Kazi.
Yeah, that was Kazi.
And who is Kazi?
The second hand to Maya Lopez or Echo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, why was Hawkeye really warning him off?
Well,
'Cause-
it wasn't really a warning. It was trying to clear the Ronin away because, as he said, the Ronin is now a ghost. He's dead.
Yeah.
So why is she chasing a ghost? And the only person who could convince Maya Lopez is Kazi because they're quite close.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
right. So she still suspects the Ronin is still out there, and she's gonna keep going until
Yeah.
she finds him. And
And yeah, it was quite a short
Mm,
episode. It's like
Yeah.
35 minutes.
yeah, it's quite a short one today. Yeah, tonight. But it's pretty action packed for a short episode.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was. And looking at the episode again, it does actually seem like that Thanos was on the cup as well.
Again, yeah, that was another. It was on a mug as well.
Yeah, it was on the mug. So that keeps coming up. Like, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I find that quite interesting as well.
And considering like Clint was drinking out the mug that said Thanos was right, like
Someone
okay.
actually made a mug. With that.
Someone made a mug of it, and Clint was drinking from that mug.
Yeah. Interesting.
But it goes with that idea of how Thanos was right. That whole idea and thought of what Thanos was doing was right.
Mm.
I'm a little confused as to why Hawkeye couldn't have just taken the arrows out of the cop's bag, and it would have been like 30 seconds. Is it because he's got some issue with police or what?
Oh no, I think he just didn't have a bag.
Yeah, he just didn't have a bag.
He just didn't think to bring his own bag.
Where would he put it if he doesn't have a bag?
Yeah.
He said, oh, I've got a collapsible bag. Remember that? Yeah.
I don't know. It wouldn't have fit in his backpack, or and Kate didn't bring any sort of container either. So.
Yep. And Hawkeye has that collapsible one.
It's collapsible arrow, yeah.
Yeah. Collapsible bow where
collapsible bow.
Kate does not.
That's right.
Like she even asked us, like, how do you handle this like big bow? I have a collapsible one. Okay, let's see. Do we have Easter eggs?
Yeah, let's have a look at the Easter eggs. Yeah.
There we go. Just one here. Okay, Jack's Hawkeye mistake nods to Clint's comic variants. Yeah, so what is this thing?
Archer.
Oh, Archer. So there was actually someone named Archer then.
Oh, okay. So there isn't a variant of Hawkeye somewhere who is Archer. Golden Archer and Black Archer. Okay, it's interesting.
That is interesting. I don't really know too much of those comics. Jack's smug references Tony Dawson's Better Call Saul character.
Oh, okay. So the actor was in Better Call Saul. So I guess that's the reference.
I wouldn't have named that either.
I haven't seen Better Call Saul, so I wouldn't have gotten that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. But the hexagons, I would have thought maybe would have been like WandaVision.
Yeah, it did make me think of that though. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a hexagon.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So it could be that it's not about Better Call Saul. It is about WandaVision, possibly.
But it could be both, because if it says Jack's actor Tony Dalton is in Better Call Saul, that's probably as well. Hawkeye doesn't tell Eleanor he's a father. Yep. Well, he is a father. It just doesn't. Not everyone knows that.
Yeah, but he wanted to keep that a secret because he wants to protect his family still. Yeah.
But he was also out with his family having dinner and stuff beforehand.
Hmm.
So I think some do know that he's both a superhero and has a family.
Yeah. Although at this point, because he's worried about what's happening, I mean, he went to see them at a time when he thought there was no danger of it, but now that with this whole with this whole thing with
Yeah, things just escalated because now we
Jack,
have a
like,
Black
who knows what's
Widow
up to.
in it.
Mm,
And Jack DeCanes is the CEO of that Sloan Limited Company.
yeah.
What else is there?
Mm.
Hawkeye, Madame Mask artworks hints. Could it be?
Maybe he doesn't trust her and Jack because he doesn't know them. So
Yeah,
he's being
and
cautious.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the mother is also being a bit hidden as well.
She's quite secretive even with Kate, like she wouldn't tell her what the argument between her and Armand was about.
Yeah, I
She
was thinking
wouldn't-
about that as well. It's like, is she part of it all, or is
Like-
she just the mother?
Yeah. Like, I think she knows more than she's telling.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
there's definitely been, obviously something going on between her and Armand.
Hmm.
Yeah. And there's no reveal yet on what that is.
Yep, and there are 2 more episodes to go for this
Yeah.
show.
Hmm.
And we'll be expecting more of Yelena in the future episode as well.
That's right.
Does Jack Forrest Gump Easter egg prove his innocence? Life is short, you never know what you're going to get.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Yeah.
Could he actually be innocent? Somehow I don't think so. He's been hiding everything.
No, he's definitely got secrets for sure.
Yeah, and Kate definitely sees that he has secrets. Like, he's kind of playing dumb.
Hmm. I mean,
He kind of pretended that he didn't know what a Molotov cocktail is.
yeah.
He
And-
is,
I remember that. Yeah.
is really being a kind of dodgy.
Yeah. And he is the CEO of a shell company that launders money to the Traxxas Mafia. So
Yep. And he also let Kate win in that fencing
in
thing.
the fencing match,
Like, Kate knew that he was pretending at that time.
Yeah.
Like, he parried like a pro
That's right.
when she just went to try to stab him in the face. That was kind of okay. She just proved the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else? Big Guy could be another Kingpin reference.
Well, in that fencing round, you remember
be.
how at first the father was just acting a bit coy and letting the son just his way, and then the father just basically just went in for the kill like straight away. Yeah. Do you remember that? Because I do know, like with Olympics and stuff. I like watching fencing. And at first, the father was just letting him throw passes, which could have easily been parried.
Okay, so this big guy, it could be another Kingpin reference.
Yeah. Like maybe that's what Jack is involved with as well. He's part of Kingpin's enterprise, perhaps.
Yeah. So maybe we will eventually see Vincent D'Onofrio.
Could be. Yeah. I hope so. I hope so.
Well, we did get confirmation that Charlie Cox is going to be Daredevil in the MCU. So
yeah. So it would be great to see both of them.
Vincent
Yeah.
D'Onofrio, of course. He was Kingpin in Daredevil series.
So yeah, it would be nice if they would appear as well in either the next episode or the finale.
Because before we were considering if they were going to bring it into the MCU because those were like Netflix properties.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
But now since Charlie Cox is confirmed Daredevil in the MCU, it's actually open now.
Yeah.
He actually could be because Charlie Cox was Daredevil in the Netflix series.
Yeah. No, I'm glad they're keeping that consistent and that they haven't recast, because he was quite good. So yeah.
He was quite good, yeah. I liked this Daredevil.
So
the only one I didn't like was that I forgot that guy's name. Oh, Iron Fist. That was horrible.
Yeah. I saw a couple of episodes and I was like, no, this is not working. I just felt like...
that was on Netflix. Yeah, that was really stupid. Guy like winding up his fury and then bring this Iron Fist and then boom, bouncing through buildings.
It was
a bit ridiculous.
I really felt like it could have been done better. The execution was just not. It was just poor execution, I think. And
it could have been done better, yes. Yeah. So eventually, maybe we'll see the Defenders in the MCU as well.
Yeah.
And Green Arrow on Netflix. I felt that was quite poor.
Green Arrow is DC.
Yeah, but it was on Netflix.
Yeah, but we won't see that in the Marvel universe. I don't think.
No, because that's
a DC property, so it's different. Yeah.
Dave Moira Brandon's movie poster is a Marvel comic image.
Yeah.
Well, we do know that the aunt or something is Moira Brandon.
Yeah.
Right. And the movie posters around the apartments. So the pose is similar to the comic book one. Oh, it's the one that she drew on.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why she was trying to block it with the Christmas tree.
Yeah, it's like blocked with the Christmas tree, but we saw her writing on it.
Yeah.
With the non-dry erase. Yeah, we talked about this one. The Thanos was right mug. So since they were in the aunt's apartments, it was the aunt's mug then. So maybe the aunt thinks that Thanos was right.
Yeah, could be.
Hawkeye isn't the Avengers Man of War. That kind of makes sense. Fighting isn't really his thing.
I mean, that's more something he relies on Nick Fury for. Like, he just gets told what to do. But, Nick Fury, is the boss, was his and Natasha's boss. And they just, executed whatever plan that he had. But, yeah.
Well, that's why he did keep telling Kate that he's no hero.
That's right.
His job is to hurt people.
And
He's a weapon.
Yeah.
That reminds me so much of like the Bourne series because that was practically a weapon.
Yeah, that's right.
They were practically weapons.
And he was in Born Legacy, so
He was.
that's right. Yeah. It was like, it's very Born.
It is really Bourne, but also kind of different because everyone knows who he is, even though he is meant to be secretive.
Yeah.
Like his whole job description is to be a secret agent.
Mm.
But he completely failed at that because everyone knows who he is.
Yeah. Now that everyone knows it's Clint,
They all know who Hawkeye is. And
Mm.
everyone goes around saying, take a picture with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, selfie.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's right.
selfie. He gets free meals.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
At
And everyone
restaurants.
says thanks for saving the world.
Yeah. So he gets recognized almost everywhere he goes. So yeah.
Yeah, so he completely failed at the whole secretive thing.
Mhm.
And Kate just like follows on with things. So, yeah, you completely failed at that.
I've noticed it's several countries as well.
Mm.
Pick arrows are running real low after Tony Stark's death.
That's right. Because Tony used to make the arrows for him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, Tony Stark was basically the war.
He made the weapons. He
the
made the
weapons,
weapons
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Shield.
he made the weapons for a lot of Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all their gadgets and everything.
But this thing gets it wrong because in the episode again and again, he keeps saying there's no such thing as trick arrows.
Mhm.
They trick arrowheads, but not trick arrows.
Yeah.
Like what? You gotta put the check in the shaft or something?
Mhm.
Because that's what he said. Like, would you really put it in the shaft? Why not just a arrowhead?
Mm. That's
I
right.
think that was quite a funny joke. It's just like, there's no such thing
Yeah.
as trick arrows,
That's right.
but they trick arrowheads.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
right.
mean, you can think of similarly with Rambo when I think it was Rambo Second Blood when he had his bow and his ballistic missiles on the the explosive heads on the arrows. Yeah.
Wait, so boomerang arrows are a real thing, a real thing in the comics. That's interesting.
In the comics, interesting, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's the whole conversation of the trick arrows, like the boomerang arrows, was just hilarious. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it just kind of like
they'll be coming back at them, like exactly. They're coming back at you. So, well, you'd have to dodge.
Just dodge it.
Remember what he said? Oh, yeah, just got to dodge and just got to dodge it.
Yeah, but the arrows are coming back at you. Why would you want to dodge your arrow just to retrieve it?
Yeah, and like the speed that they'd be coming back, incredible. They'd be coming back almost the same speed that you fired it.
Yep. So yeah, there's no point of having a boomerang arrow. That's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, superpower brings Renee's vision closer to the comics. Well, yeah, it's his accuracy, not his. But it's not really a superpower either.
It's more like a skill set that he's developed over time, over the years. Yeah, it's a mastery of a skill, really.
Yep. So yeah, we see the scenes from the end game. Like this was a scene before losing his family.
Yes, I do remember that. You know, she was practicing. His daughter was practicing in the backyard, and then the snap happened, and then suddenly disappeared. Yeah.
Yeah. And also how Black Widow died as well.
Mm.
Oh, I didn't know this. Kate Bishop wore the same top in the Marvel's comics.
Mm. Yeah.
They
It's the
probably
exact
made,
shirt. Yeah.
they probably made that shirt specifically for this episode.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool that they have these little kind of comic references that they've incorporated.
Though these Lopez are also in the Marvel comics.
The police officer, yes. Yeah. The LARPers.
Yeah, the Lopez.
Mm.
Yeah. Cool. And Dungeons and
They're quite
Dragons first
amusing,
plays into
Lopez.
old Jeremy Renner movies. Oh yeah, because he was meant to be in the Dungeons and Dragons movie adaptation.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he was one of the possible kind of candidates they had. But although it, you know,
Well,
didn't end up
eventually he
happening.
went to Chris Pine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm. Lara Croft. Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Well, what is this one? A drawing parallel to Kate Bishop as a fellow famous fictional female actor.
Okay. So this is like just there, like kind of subtly there in the apartment.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was disappointed in this part. Like, why did she need a superhero pose after she kept saying that she didn't like the superhero pose?
Yeah. That was strange.
Yeah, that was definitely strange. Like the whole Black Widow movie was like, to the superhero pose, but
Mhm.
she did a superhero pose.
Mhm. Mm.
Yeah, here it is. She hilariously mocked Black Widow's trademark stance,
Mm.
but apparently has now adopted the landing as her own.
Mm. I wonder if she did that on purpose to sort of tell Hawkeye who she was, and
Well, as well, it
like,
this
as
does
in-
say it's likely as tribute to her fallen older sister.
I feel like she did that pose on purpose.
For
To-
Hawkeye, maybe.
For Hawkeye, to let him know what it's about, you know, like why she's there.
Yeah.
Mm.
But Yelena is being lied to.
Mm.
Hawkeye didn't kill
Yeah.
Natasha.
Like, obviously, yeah, Val wants to make it look that way.
Yeah, because we did see that conversation with Val and Yelena in the end of the Black Widow movie. So
yeah.
And Val shows her a picture of Hawkeye. So
Yeah.
all the ones from that. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, this costume is very different.
That's right. Yeah. Like, I've never seen her wear those goggles before.
Well, this kind of makes sense because these ones would probably be just like standard NVGs, like night vision goggles, so you could see better in the dark. This one doesn't tend to make as much sense. Like NVGs tend to have a lot of like lenses on it.
Yeah, depth.
Like I actually have one, but But to have it more compact, this is more likely. This is not.
Yeah.
It's like the NVGs that we can get. It's like it reaches out quite far away from your eyes, so it's like
Yeah, it's quite. It's the depth. The depth is because it's projecting the infrared.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward. Actually,
Okay.
I got it.
Okay. So that's what it's supposed to look like.
This is a proper NVG, yes.
Interesting.
So it has a lot of lenses, and you can see it's like super bulky.
It's not really something you want to be wearing while you're fighting.
Definitely not.
It's you know.
Especially if it's close up. Like really, you're like holding it like this, and it's so far from your actual field of vision.
Yeah.
It's good if you're like going out or like want to look at stuff at night, but in a fight, definitely not. It's way too bulky to be in a fight.
Yeah. That's really just for recon. It's not something you would take with you into a fight.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, like the SAS wearing them when they're doing night maneuvers, that kind of stuff. And the lenses coming out like about 6 to 8 centimeters.
Yeah, they're massive.
Yeah, but with those, you can just see everything. It turns night to day.
And okay. Yeah, we definitely thought there was the flashback. Because Kate was dangling as well as Natasha was dangling. So
yeah, so that was definitely to parallel that Natasha.
Yeah, but Natasha wanted it to happen. But he did say to Clint it's okay. Like she knew that she was gonna die.
Save me.
And that was it.
All right. That was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite a few Easter eggs, not as many as others, but
yeah. Interesting still. Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, there's more Easter eggs in it that I expected for was it 35 minutes?
35 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, effectively, they didn't have to completely fill the whole episode up with Easter eggs. Otherwise, that would end up being like not a great.
Yeah.
It's not ideal if it slows down the pace or if it becomes too distracting.
Yep, like Easter eggs are cool for the fans to look at and pick out.
Yeah,
but it shouldn't distract you from the actual series or movie.
Yeah, we still want to be able to focus on what's happening on screen. So
Yep.
A novice like me that doesn't watch the comics and stuff, the Easter eggs have to be pointed out to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like it's nice when they do have those little hints from the comic books themselves, because then those who are comic book fans will appreciate that. Those who have read the comics.
Yeah.
But as well, if they have like really obscure ones, most people would not know it, but the true fans would.
Yeah, they will, and that's fun for them to kind of have
to find,
knowledge. Yeah.
Yep. So that was the episode. Should we give our scores? Yeah.
All right, episode 4. Yeah, I like this episode. I would say yeah, 7. I feel like this one I feel like had the action that we want, and also I loved Yelena's cameo at the end. And just yeah, I think the stakes are getting higher now. We're learning a little bit more with each episode.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm liking the kind of the build up, I guess, to what the climax will be in the finale.
Yep.
Yeah.
I give the episode a 5. Well, we do expand the story a bit more, and we do see some like scenes from the past. Like I did like that they added scenes from Endgame.
Yeah.
To kind of show that it is connected.
Yeah. So I enjoyed those as well.
But otherwise, it probably wasn't one of the stronger ones. Last week's episode was definitely stronger.
Okay.
But it was nice to see that Kate wanted to be sort of that supports character to support Clint Barton. But then eventually Clint does see that the stakes are getting quite high now, and Kate can't really do much. She's not trained, so what can she actually do?
That's right.
So seeing him like getting close to Kate, but then eventually like trying to get her away from it was kind of a bit jarring.
I suppose, yeah.
Like, yeah, Kate would be confused. Like, they're becoming friends, and then he lets her go because he doesn't want to get close now. Okay.
Yeah, I suppose I kind of understand that he felt also that need to protect her.
Yeah, I think that's that as well, but it would confuse Kate. Like,
yeah, she would be confused.
They were becoming close. Why not?
Yeah.
Why doesn't he pull her up?
Yeah.
Why does he let her go?
That's right. Yeah.
Like, what happens to that friendship?
Like, why is he pushing her away now? Yeah. So, yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, it does advance the story quite a bit. There are 2 more episodes left, but this was not one of the better episodes. And Bill?
Bill, what's your verdict? You have to unmute yourself, by the way.
You got muted?
Yeah.
Unmute.
Bill, you've got to unmute. Yeah.
Don't know how that happened.
Yeah. What did you think? What's your score?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure that I enjoyed it more than last week. I can't remember what score I gave last week. I think I may have given last week a pretty low score. But yeah,
I think it was 6. Did you give a 6 last time for the last episode? Yeah. You didn't enjoy it as much.
They didn't really remember what score you gave.
Yeah.
I might go for a 7 because I really like now that I'm coming along and that I'm learning the backstory and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the episode. So yeah, tonight's one, give it a 7. But with Hawkeye, he really should be just completely like cutting himself off from what's her name?
Kate.
Kate, yeah, because he's either with her in complete danger, or totally cutting her off and no danger.
Mm.
you know, because nobody else knows like exactly how intimate the relationship is. Yeah,
Mm.
but and I liked how somebody is taking notes about Hawkeye's family. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
that's Maya. She was taking notes because that was her
Yeah,
apartment. So
yeah,
she obviously is trying to look more into Clint because she suspects there's a lot more to him than
Mhm.
um
yeah.
what he's
More
told
than
her.
meets the eye.
Yeah, she doesn't believe
Yeah,
him when he says, "Oh, Ronin's dead." You know.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'll definitely give it a 7.
Mm,
Cool.
yeah.
So that was this episode. So
Yep.
there are 2 more
All right.
episodes left.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. Yeah.
So we're going to expect to see more of Yelena,
Yeah.
which would be
Looking
kind
forward
of
to that. Yeah.
cool.
Mm.
And we may get to see Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio as their respective roles.
Yeah. Would be great to see them. Yeah.
Yep.
So hopefully
But
they will put in an appearance. Yeah.
did you give it a score?
Yeah, I gave it a 5.
Yeah. I gave it the same
Okay.
as you, Bill. Mine was the same as yours, 7 as well.
So yeah, that was the episode. Next week is Spider-Man in cinemas.
Oh yes, that's
Oh.
right. Coming out. Yeah, very close now.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Mm.
And it's Haley Steinfeld is back in a Spider-Man movie again as well.
Okay. She's making an appearance in this one? In No Way Home?
No, not this one, but in another universe.
Okay.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse,
Oh,
where she
okay.
plays Gwen Stacy.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah.
Which that movie is coming soon as well.
Okay. So that's another one to look forward to.
That is definitely another one to look forward to. And who knows? We may get that implemented into the MCU in some way as well.
Yeah.
It is
That
possible.
would be good. Yeah. Now that the multiverse is, out there, anything can happen.
Yeah, especially since the movie which introduced the Spider-Verse was actually the Venom movie, the original Venom movie.
Yeah.
The post-credit scene was in another universe. Well, the first text of the trailer said in another universe, so yes, it's another universe as it is. And the Venom movie post-credit scene moved it to the Spider-Verse. And the post-credit scene of the newest Venom movie leads it to the MCU.
I actually haven't seen the second Venom movie yet. Yeah.
It was worth a watch. Not the greatest movie, but definitely worth a watch.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, I have to go and check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, but the
Did
post-credit scene of Venom, the Carnage one, you see Tom Holland's Spider-Man
Okay,
in
cool.
the end credits.
Yeah.
So
All right.
that was really interesting.
Yeah,
So
And-
that's a direct link
the second.
to the
We,
new Spider-Man movie.
I think go with the second one. They just really tried to pack too much in. What do you think, Jono?
Okay. So that wasn't as good as the first one then.
No, it was not.
No.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So it was only 90 minutes.
Yeah, it was quite short.
Oh, okay. All right.
But otherwise, it's leading. Both the Venom movies led it to another universe's Spider-Verse in some way. one being Spider-Verse and one the MCU's No Way Home.
Okay.
So it is
Interesting.
possible that they may end up being intertwined.
Okay.
Because Sony did announce the Across the Spider-Verse movie.
Okay. So that's interesting. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes because Haley Steinfeld again is voicing Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, so she's back. Okay, cool.
And who
All
knows, we actually might see Emma Stone's Gwen Stacy in No Way Home.
That's right. Like as in physically, like in
Yeah,
there.
which
Yeah.
is the Gwen Stacy with Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
Yeah. So interesting. Yeah.
So yeah, a few more days for
Few
Spider-Man.
more days.
That is
Yeah.
gonna be like super heavy. And if you don't watch it on the day, it's gonna be really, really hard to avoid spoilers because spoilers are absolutely everywhere.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No.
I never look at spoilers.
I'll try to avoid
Yeah.
it. I'll try to avoid it.
Yeah. But anyway, that's the episode. We'll just stop recording.
All right.